From Los Angeles, it's the Tom Leykis Show.
I'm on the radio, goddammit!
And now, here he is, Tom Leykis.
Thank you for tuning into the Tom Leykis Show. This is where America gets together to talk about the issues you really care about. It's a different kind of a radio talk program. We're the radio talk show that is not hosted by a right-wing wacko or a convicted felon. No! I am your host. Write down our toll-free telephone number. You're going to need it. It's 1-800-5800-TOM. 1-800-5800-866. The Tom Leykis Show on Friday with wide-open telephones. Anything goes here, anything at all. We can talk about anything that's on your mind. It could be anything we discussed on the air, in the past week or so. It could be anything you think we should have talked about that we didn't. Call up, yell, scream, complain, jump up and down, call me names. It's all fair game as long as you're absolutely fascinating. You're not fascinating, we kick your ass right off the air. You just dial our toll-free telephone number. It's 1-800-5800-TOM. 1-800-5800-866. And for those of you just joining us, we started a conversation from Christine. Christine called in, and Christine told us about a relationship she had with an ex-boyfriend, Mike, and I had to coax it out of her. But she admitted that she had broken up with Mike because she had found a floppy disk in his computer marked Heather that she said had two nude photos of his ex-girlfriend on the disk. And she said that following that, she found other stuff like pictures of old fat grandmothers and, BBW pictures and stuff like that. And so they split up. And Mike happened to be listening. Mike is Christine's ex-boyfriend. In fact, they were about to get married, these two. Mike called in and told a very different story, that Christine was, he said, always snooping through his things, snooping through his drawers, snooping through his phone bills, his closets, and his computer. He alleged that Christine's dad left Christine's mom for another woman, and as a result, he says that Christine has issues and doesn't trust men at all. Christine heard about that. She called it, and then Mike and Christine started going at it. And that pretty much gets you up to speed on what's going on here. We have with us Mike and Christine, both on the telephone from Baltimore. And your telephone calls for the two of them at 1-800-5800-TOM. It's 1-800-5800-866. Amy is in Baltimore. Amy, you're on the Tom Leykis Show with Mike and Christine.
I don't know this girl.
Hello.
Hi, Tom. How are you?
Do you care, Amy?
I do, Tom. I do.
I'm doing
Hi,
great.
Christine. How are you? I have just got to tell you, Tom, I am from Baltimore myself. I totally agree with how hard it is to find a good man in Baltimore. And on top of it, this guy Mike's calling in saying how great-looking he is, how good of a catch he is, and how jealous she is that she can't have him. Why is he still calling her and asking her to take the dogs to the park? Let's go for sushi. Every time I eat sushi, I think of you. If she made one drunken phone call, Christine?
Every time I eat tuna, I think of an ex-girlfriend.
Well, I mean, I make drunken phone calls. That doesn't mean I still want to be with the person. But she might have wanted to have been before, Christine. But can
well, then what's the second phone call the next day saying, yeah, I missed you. I missed you.
Horrible.
You're lying. You're lying. I said, I'm really sorry. I sent you an email.
I hung up on you that night.
Let the girl
I
finish
wouldn't even let you
talking.
come over. I'm
Let her
sorry?
finish talking. Let her finish, okay?
Oh,
What I'm saying is, people get vulnerable. Yeah, she loved you. She will always.
No, I don't.
She's going to marry you. Well, okay, not anymore. But she did love you at one point, and the whole point behind it is you're calling her 4th of July. It's a little different than
no, she called me 4th of July, sweetheart. Listen.
You called her, and then she called you back.
Exactly.
No,
I called her
no,
back.
sweetheart. No, I did not call her on the 4th of July.
Well, don't make it seem like
she called me on the 4th of July.
After I explained why I called him back, and he just doesn't. I explained why I called you back on the 4th of July. I admitted to calling because he wanted to go to the park.
Why she was snooping through things as well. You cheated on her. You said you broke up with her. Were you guys arguing?
No, long before she claims I cheated on her. First of all, I did sleep with the ex-girlfriend. number one.
We weren't broken up, Mike. It was like a Thursday. It was like a Thursday we broke up. He slept with her Friday and came over to my house.
Wait. You broke up. Wait. I want to get this straight. You broke up on Thursday.
But it wasn't even like a breakup. It was just like, you know, when people have, you know.
Well, you said I never want to see you again.
No, it wasn't like that.
What did you say on Thursday?
What happened was.
What did you say, Christine, on Thursday?
Many times we get broken up. We get broken up. Flat out, we were broken up. Otherwise, I wouldn't have gone and banged Heather.
You know what? We had broken up.
You're a classy guy, Mike. You really sound classy saying that.
Yeah, you banged her on Friday.
That's just what you sound like. Can I tell you that? You're just like all the other Baltimore pieces of crap.
Well, you're probably overweight and can't get laid. That's your problem.
Michael,
yeah,
you slept with her on. Michael, you slept with her on Friday and then came over to my house crying on Saturday. Deny that. Deny it.
I am totally denying that. I didn't come crying until a week Sunday.
Christine, how did you find that out? How did you find out about that?
No, Mike, you did.
How'd you find out? Amy wants to know, Christine, how you found out that Mike banged Heather.
Christine?
Because he admitted it.
But how did he admit it? What made you ask?
Came out and said it.
We got into an argument while we were in the car together.
Mike, how was sex with Heather? Was it good?
It was very good.
It was very good. Was it better than what you were getting with Christine?
I can't really go there. Christine was, I was in love with Christine. That was the bottom line.
Did Heather have the butt plugs? I'm curious.
With somebody the next day. How can you be in love with somebody that you claim to be in love with and then you have sex with somebody the same night?
When guys break up with girlfriends, they don't cope with it.
Not when you're in love with somebody, honey.
But wait a minute. What I want to know is, did Heather use the butt plugs?
Damn right she did.
My butt plug.
Oh, your butt plug. There we go. Ding dong. There we go.
Heather's like this hardcore tattooed,
right?
Heather's this hardcore tattooed bartender. You're damn straight to use his butt plug.
All right, that's exactly who's going to go back door. Christine, did you ever go back door with Mike?
Did I ever what?
Go back door with him?
No.
No. All right, so Mike went and got what he needed from Heather, which he wasn't getting from you.
But you know what? I hope Heather's listening because now she knows she's a dirty slut and that he would never take her home.
He told me that the reason he was with her is because it was easy. Tell me you didn't say that.
That's not true at all. That's absolutely not true.
You are such a liar. You said, tell me then, what was your excuse that? You said, you know Heather's listening because Heather was the one that tipped you off that I called the show. So that's why you're saying you never said that. You're still getting a piece of ass from Heather, and that's why you're trying to save yourself because she's still putting her ass out there to you. How pathetic.
She's actually not. I called her the other day. She wouldn't have it.
She wouldn't have it.
You told me it was easy. You said the reason you went with her is because it was easy. Are you going to deny it? Come on, Mike. If anything.
No, she's easy for me because I've been there and we had great sex.
Mike.
Great sex.
So it was easy. You said it was easy.
As opposed to what he was getting with you.
Easy for me.
You said the next day you came over crying and you were like, said she was not the next day, but conversations that followed that
once
when you think about her, she's disgusting.
Of course, I'm going to say whatever I got to say to get in your good graces. But we were broken up at the time. You even said to me 2 months later, if you ever cheat on me again, break up with me first. We were broken up the first time, for the love of God.
If we were broken up, Mike, then why did you come to my house the next day?
To get back together.
You're so pathetic. Your head is like so warped.
Can I ask you something, Mike? I just want you to
anything you like. Say again?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just asking an honest question. You make it seem like she's so mad that she's not with you. You know you love this girl. Why you act like she's just like, chasing you around and that she calls you all the time and you're trying to get on the tom like, and there's woman that called before telling her like she's crazy and insecure and everything. I would be insecure if you were looking on Fat Girl's website. I mean,
that's exactly what I said.
That's what happened.
That's exactly what happened. My behavior was prompted by...
Absolutely. Christina, you knew from the first day. You didn't trust me from the very first date that we went on. All I did was walk across the dance floor looking for you, and you were totally showering with me.
Oh, God. We were dancing. We were
that
dancing.
Was on the first
You
know what, Christine? I almost walked out on you that day.
Oh, well, I wish you would have.
I wish I would have. We wouldn't be here today.
You exaggerate.
Amy,
exaggerate to pump your face up.
Amy, Mike wants to know if you've ever used butt plugs before.
Lie.
Amy?
I can't hear. Yes, sir.
Mike wants to know if you've ever used butt plugs.
Mike, did you just say I lied?
Have you ever used butt plugs, Amy? Yeah, Mike wants to know.
Yes, I have.
You have? Well, yeah, actually, I could set you two up because Mike...
Actually, Tom, but there's nothing wrong if Christine was not into that.
I mean, you and Christine sound like you have a lot in common. I bet you and Mike would probably get along great.
Amy, what did you say?
I said I have used them, but you know what? If you don't want to use that, that doesn't mean that you're a prude or that you.
You ever let a guy go? Amy, you ever let a guy go backdoor on you?
I don't like things in my ass. I'm sorry. I'm into all kinds of things. I'm very experimental. I'm into like having fun and doing, and Mike can attest to that. Okay, I'm experimental. I said I don't want anything in my ass. Okay, if that makes me a prude or whatever you want to call it.
No, I'm saying you're not one, Christine. I'm saying what people have different tastes and what they like. And just because you don't like that doesn't mean that you aren't fun in bed.
That's right.
Exactly.
Well, maybe it does.
Am I correct? I'm right. I mean, people have different tastes.
Now, Christine, what would you consider experimental in bed? Christine, what would you consider experimental in bed?
I mean, I'm into like, I don't want to like expose my whole life to the world here, but I mean, I am open to things. You know what I mean? I don't want things in my ass. That's it.
What have you done sexually since Mike? Like, have you broadened your horizons? Have you done things you wouldn't do with him?
Yeah.
Really? Like what?
I'm not going to get into that on that. Yeah.
Bring it, Mike says. Bring it.
I don't want to get into it on a. You know what I mean? That's like my personal sexual life. I don't want like.
Well, no butt plugs. We know that.
No, I'm not into butt plugs.
Okay, so you have not moved up to the butt plugs down the line.
No, and I'm not going to.
All right, guys, hang in there. More of your telephone calls are coming up.
Tom.
Really?
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM.
Anytime I see a woman driving like a Beamer, isn't it natural? Don't you just say, I wonder who paid for that?
Yeah, that's true.
You don't say to yourself, well, there's a successful woman. She's probably in real estate. You say, my God, look at that bimbo. Who paid for that car?
The Tom Leykis Show.
Leykis on Hot Talk 1080 KOTK.